So don't be afraid to keep on some extra layers if that offers you comfort and warmth. And if you have it available to you, just having some cushions or a yoga block available. You can incorporate them whenever you see fit, but together we might be using them towards the end of our practice. So we'll begin today by just lying down on the mat. We'll take our legs into the most comfortable position we can find here. Arms along the sides, or placing hands softly to the core of the body. And as long as it feels comfortable and safe to do so, our eyes will slowly close. Giving ourselves these first few moments to transition. Starting to shift from the external world to the internal. Time to become reacquainted with that natural breath. A time for us to be curious and compassionate to the state of body, mind, and heart. We want to notice what's accompanying us onto the mat today, acknowledging any areas that feel tense or tight, noticing if there's any part of self that is healing and is asking for more care. Please use this time as an opportunity to slow down, to tend and nourish yourself in the most appropriate way. Let's quietly commit that we won't force or strive for any particular posture or position. We're only going to take and do what is necessary. Staying with that full natural breath, just riding that wave. Truly experiencing that expansion as you breathe in, followed by the contraction as you breathe out. Let this breath be your home and your companion, guiding and supporting you through the duration of this practice, and maybe even beyond. Just as we start to settle in with the breath, if it feels good for the body, we'll come into a full stretch. Legs are long, toes pointed. We can reach the arms overhead as we gently stretch up through the sides. Nice slow inhale, inviting knees to chest as we exhale. It feels good, creating a gentle rock to massage the lower back onto the mat. We're going to come to stillness, placing feet down about hip distance apart. Maybe the arms want to come out into a T or a cactus position. Softening the jaw. Let's take a nice deep breath in. And as we breathe out, we'll bring our knees over to the right. We're just going to windshield wiper at our own pace. We can use an inhale to draw up and an exhale to twist the opposite way. No need to force those knees. Starting to create gentle movement to the body. Being curious and receptive to to what's being communicated. And let's be willing to modify the postures as we need to. We'll do one more here. Let's come back to center when we're ready. We'll just float our arms down along our sides if they aren't already there. We're extending only our right leg long onto the mat. Foot is flexed. Gently tuck chin to chest, elongating the back of the body. And come to be with that breath. We're going to move at its pace. So here, as we inhale, lift that right heel away from the mat, just 1 to 2 inches. Exhale, draw down. Tap the mat or simply hover. Rise on an inhale. Gently fall towards the earth on the exhale. Keep hugging that left knee towards the midline. Create ease to the jaw. Last one. Let's pick up the right heel so we're hovering the mat and turn the right toes out to that side. Moving with breath. Inhale, draw that right leg out 1 to 2 inches. Exhale, come back towards center. Moving at a pace that matches your breath. Starting to awaken into that psoas muscle deep within the core of the body. Last one. Bringing that foot back to center. Let the heel rest very softly to the mat, toes still up. On our inhale, we're going to draw that right heel towards the body. Then as we exhale, barely skimming the mat, we extend the right leg long. Tempting to rush this movement, especially when we meet discomfort. See what happens when you slow down and stay with the sensations, trusting the breath. As we flow with that natural pace, can we unhook from the story or the judgment of the mind? Moving a little bit slower. One more inhale. We're drawing that right heel towards the glute. And then use the exhale to bring right knee towards the chest. Take a moment and give that knee a squeeze. Create movement to the hip by rocking side to side. We'll come to stillness, crossing right ankle over the left thigh. We're going to create a figure 4 if it feels good. So we can pick up the left foot, reaching for the left leg. Or maybe it feels good with that left foot still planted. And we flex into that right foot, actively pressing the knee away. Just take what feels good. There's certainly no variation better than another. We're looking for the lower back to remain connected to the mat. Chin to chest, and breath is full. One more inhale. Let's release as we exhale. Left foot to the mat. Right ankle is still crossed. Let's extend only our right arm out to a T or cactus position. And with our next exhale, left knee comes over to the left side. So maybe that right foot just naturally comes to rest on the floor. But no need to force, that's not a destination. If we can, using that left hand to just gently press it into our right thigh, adjusting our gaze out to the right, breathing here through our twist. Drawing head to center, then the rest of the body will follow. Let's place that right foot now on the mat. Take a moment. Tilt the pelvis up slightly, reconnect lower back towards the earth. And when we're ready, left leg will extend out. That left foot is flexed. And with the breath, if it's helpful, soften the gaze. And we'll move at that pace. Lifting the left heel now 1 to 2 inches. And then exhale, we draw back down, giving the mat just a gentle tap. Or feeling the foot just hover. We want that tongue to just melt away from the roof of the mouth. Throat is open. Riding that right thigh towards the midline. Do one more. We're hovering the mat, turning left toes out to that side. Inhale, come a little wider, just 1 to 2 inches. And then exhale, draw the heel back to its starting position. This movement we hover the whole time. Unclench the jaw, smooth out the muscles of the face. Last one here. Turn the toes back to the sky. Let that left heel barely touch the mat. Inhale, we now draw that left heel up towards the hip. And exhale, extend the leg long, grazing the mat. New side and a new experience. Be an observer of this entire movement. Notice where you want to rush. Where do you want to pause? What happens when you're with the entirety? Knowing that each place and stage is impermanent. On this next inhale, we gently draw up. And exhale, left knee all the way in towards the chest. Any movement that feels good or necessary to this left hip. And then when you're ready, bring the body to stillness and cross left ankle over the right thigh. Recalling our options of this posture, keeping right foot planted and actively press that left knee away. Left toes will draw towards the shin. Or if we prefer, we just lift up that right foot, hands reaching for the right leg. Both feet flexed in the second option. And we continue to press left knee away as we feel the right knee draw in towards the body. Tuck chin to chest. Open up that throat. And let's allow the breath to move freely in and out of the body. One more inhale. Releasing right foot as we exhale if it isn't already planted on the mat. We're keeping that left ankle crossed. Left arm will extend out to the side to a T or cactus. Let's take a nice deep breath in together. Feel that belly expand. Then as we breathe out, right knee comes over to the right side. We can use our right hand to gently press into the left thigh if that feels supportive here. Adjusting the head over to the left if that creates more comfort to the neck. We're not looking to restrict the breath in any way. Head comes to center, rest of the body follows. Let's uncross, planting both feet hip distance apart, arms at our sides. Let the toes unclench from the mat. And with our own breath, we're gonna lift the hips up as we inhale. Squeeze inner thighs towards the midline. Exhale, lower body to the mat. Just a few rounds like that. Reconnect that natural pace. One more time, we'll rise on an inhale. Feel those hips stretch to the sky. Exhale, lower the body to the mat and invite knees to chest. Give your knees a squeeze and begin to rock side to side. And then in your own time, you'll roll over to a side and we'll make our way over to a tabletop position. Coming to our hands and knees. So in this posture, our wrists are stacked under shoulders, elbows to the midline, knees under hips. Soften the gaze and find the natural breath. And just as you inhale, you'll feel your belly come towards the mat. Chin and chest reach forward and up. Then as we exhale, the spine is rounding up towards the sky, chin to chest. Find that pace that is slow and nourishing. Let's tend to each and every vertebrae of the spine. Feeling good, flowing through one more round. And then we'll come back to our strong neutral position, walking hands slightly to the top. So we're still shoulder distance apart, fingers spread nice and wide, elbows are in. Let's inhale and come forward. So we have a kneeling plank position. Exhale, let the shoulders soften from the ears as you bring your body all the way to the mat. We're going to pause here. Left arm is in front. Take a bend to the elbow, palm flat to the floor. Reaching back with the right arm, bending the right knee. If it's natural, we'll make contact, but nothing forced. Let's begin with foot flexed. Forehead comes down to that left arm as we invite our right heel towards the body. Breathing and noticing the sensations that are present. And then find what happens when you point the toes. Maybe you flow gently between flexed and pointed, or you take the time to hold where it feels good. Wherever we are, we'll take one more inhale. And then release that right leg to the mat as we exhale. Let's transition to the other side. So we now have our left arm reaching back, bending that left knee. Explore if contact feels good. Foot flexed, the head falls heavy towards that right arm. We invite the left heel towards the hip. We're breathing and noticing. You want to explore toes pointed, or maybe the foot is flexed and pointed, flowing between the postures. Take one more inhale and use the exhale to release. From here, we return our hands to either side, but we're now going to slide our elbows under shoulders. So we have our forearms and our palms flat to the floor. Let's relax into our glutes. We're gazing towards the mat, gently pressing tops of the feet into the floor. Just begin to flow. On an inhale, lift the chest and the head, maybe gazing forward. Exhale, release. Just let yourself soften towards the earth. We don't need to come all the way down. On the inhale, we rise just slightly. Exhale, we lower. Certainly doesn't have to be a big movement to be effective. More like that if it feels good. Maintain that space between upper and lower teeth. And if we can, as long as it's safe within the body. We'll rise, and then see if we can lift our forearms slightly. So let's continue to breathe as we hold here. Soft bend of elbows, shoulders actively coming away from the ears. A bit more of a stretch through the abdominals, but let's be mindful to protect the lower back. We can stay here at center and breathe, or maybe we flow with the breath, taking an exhale. Start with the gaze over to the right. Inhale to center, exhale to the left. Do a couple more each way. Again, this movement helps us to get a little more into the psoas muscles. But recall that this is a practice of you honoring the body. There's no right or wrong way to go about this time on the mat. Last one here. Come to center. Mindfully, we lower body to the mat. Now slide our hands under shoulders and our elbows will tuck in. Let's use an inhale to start pressing the body up. Exhale, shift hips towards heels, child's pose. And with our arms extended, let's walk our hands over to the right. Left hand can be on top or left fingertips a little further. A nice deep breath in to lengthen, and then as we breathe out, we soften towards the mat. Let's lift slightly. We'll find our way through center, and then come over to the left. Right hand on top or reaching a little further. Create some space in the side body on the inhale. Let the head fall heavy between biceps as we exhale. Start to find our way to center, returning hands shoulder distance apart, fingers spread nice and wide. Inhale, we'll come to that tabletop position, and exhale, left foot comes through between the hands, so we're in a low lunge. We'll bring our hands either to hips or to rest on that left thigh. Lengthen the spine and steady the gaze forward. Let those front toes unclench. And feel that natural rhythm of breath. When we're ready to inhale, we'll deepen the lunge just slightly. Exhale. Come on. Inhale, we draw in. Exhale, we come back. Open heart and full breath. Noticing that gentle sensation through the right hip flexor. We'll do our best to keep our shoulders stacking hips. Steady gaze. Coming into the lunge and see if we can hold. So we're breathing fully. Front toes unclenched, just all four corners will ground into the mat. And if it's available, left hand is coming behind as if we were sliding the fingertips into our back pocket. Let's take back of the right hand to the outside edge of left thigh or knee. Lengthen on the inhale. See if we can deepen the lunge a little further with this exhale as we adjust adjust our gaze to the left. Unfurl the brow, relax the jaw. With an inhale, we come off our twist. Exhale, we release our hands to the mat, frame the foot. Just take time to counter by extending that left leg. So straighten with toes up, gazing to the top of the mat. Nice deep inhale. Gently come to fold on our exhale. Lifting the eyes, we'll take time to walk back to a low lunge. Hands planted under shoulders. Gently shifting our hips towards the wall behind. Left leg comes back. And let's cross that left foot over to the right side. So we're just adjusting our hands so they're directly under shoulders. Ball of that left foot is on the floor. Let's bring belly button in slightly with this inhale, create length. And then exhale, sliding the left foot away. So it's like we're sinking into our right hip. Maybe the forearms want to come to the mat. If it's available, forehead. There's nothing that needs to be forced. Recall that there is nothing you need to prove. We want to feel that left heel pressing towards the earth. Gently drawing our shoulder blades together, feeling the heart stretch to the mat. Begin by just lifting the gaze. Plant the hands firmly. We'll take our time to draw back to our tabletop position. Hips over knees, shoulders over wrists. Take a nice deep breath in. Feel that length of the spine. And as we breathe out, we're going to step our right foot through. Same thing on this side. Let's begin with hands on that thigh, or both hands to hips. Open up the chest, steady the gaze, and with our own breath, we'll deepen the lunge slightly as we inhale. Come off the lunge as we exhale. Through this movement, we keep shoulders over hips, crown of the head stretching to the sky. Feeling that sensation through the hip flexor. Feeling that left psoas muscle. Just as we continue to flow at this natural pace, be an observer to where you might be holding tension. Through the brow, the jaw, the shoulders, the belly, or those front toes. Just simply invite any and all areas to soften. next inhale, let's come to that lunge, pause and breathe. Once we feel steady, we can explore right hand coming into that back pocket, whether it's there or imaginary. Back of the left hand now to the outside of the right thigh or knee. Take time to lengthen on an inhale. See if we can lunge a little deeper as we exhale, turning our gaze to the right. With an inhale, let's come off the twist. Exhale, return hands to the mat, framing the foot. We'll shift back so our right leg is straight, those toes are up. Nice deep inhale to lengthen, maintaining the length as we exhale, gently hinging from our hips. Might feel good to take a soft bend into the elbows. Starting to lift the gaze, look forward. We'll walk back into a low lunge, hands under shoulders. Helpful if we think about bending into the back knee here. Right leg will come behind, and we're going to cross over to the left side. So ball of the foot is to the floor. Let's bring those wrists directly under the shoulders. Keep the elbows rotated to the midline. Belly button to spine slightly as we inhale. Keep that length in the spine on the exhale, and we'll press our right heel away. So we're now sinking into the left hip. If it feels good, let your forearms come to the mat. Head falling heavy. No need to clench the jaw. Let's open up the throat. Awareness, just surfing the wave of our own breath. To lift the gaze, look between the hands where the palms are firmly planted. Gently we'll rise to come back to that tabletop position. Taking a moment here to just let the hips drop side to side if that feels good. And if you like to come to stillness, walking the knees towards the long edges of the mat, turning your big toes in so they touch. Feel that exhale, draw hips towards the heels, child's pose. Arms to any variation that feels good. extended in front. We'll begin to walk hands towards the body, just feeling ourselves roll up one vertebrae at a time. We'll shift onto our sit bones, coming to meet in a seated position. And in this seated position, we'll begin with soles of the feet just resting together. We can take the heels a little further away from the body, hands resting softly along the shins or the ankles. Ground those sit bones. Let's lengthen on our inhale. Hinge from hips as we exhale. So we want to feel those elbows, maybe rest on the shins, holding our gaze forward. Staying active and dynamic within this posture. Noticing the sensations that are present through the lower back and maybe into the hips. Offering length to the body as we inhale. Feel belly and chest draw towards the mat as we exhale. Looking forward, we'll begin to roll up. Let's keep that right knee bent and take our left leg out on an angle. Just hugging that right foot towards the left leg. From here, we have the option to place back the left hand on the shin, or maybe it feels good to take that left elbow to the inside edge of the knee where your palm is flat to the mat. Our left toes are actively stretching up, so we can think about pressing through the heel. As long as it's honoring the body, let's take an inhale and reach that right arm high. And if we can, exhale, right shoulder to ear. No need to collapse into the chest. Soft bend of the right elbow, actively opening the heart to the sky. Straighten up that right arm. As we inhale, let's bring the body up. Exhale, right hand is behind that hip. Take left hand to the right thigh. Keep both sit bones connected, lengthening as we inhale. Let this be a gentle twist to the right on our exhale. Body to center. Exhale, release the hands. We'll extend our right leg out on that angle and hug left foot in. So same thing here. We have the option of right hand resting on the shin, or if it's comfortable, elbow to the inside edge of that knee. Certainly no expectation that it should feel the same. Flexing the right foot, soft bend to the knee. It feels good. Inhale, left arm up. And exhale, left arm reaching overhead. Let those shoulder blades draw together. Spiral the chest open. Let's pause here and breathe. Notice that you've wandered. Just very gently bring awareness to breath. Take an inhale and reach that left arm up. Draw the body up to center. Exhale, left hand behind the hip as we guide our right hand to the left thigh. Feel both sit bones connect to that surface beneath. That crown of the head stretch up as we inhale. Gentle, slow twist to the left as we exhale. With our inhale, we'll come to center. Exhale, release. We'll place both feet on the mat, preparing to lower ourselves back down. So just hands rest softly on the legs. Keep squeezing knees towards the midline. We'll come all the way down. And this is where we will use our block or our cushions. We're going to begin with that block or the cushions under the feet. Inner edges of the feet come to touch. Arms to the most comfortable position you can create. And then let the knees gently drop out to the side. Maybe soften the gaze, tune into the breath. Adjusting where the feet are, creating ease to the back of the body, especially the lower back, a softening into the hips, breathing and noticing. Most welcome to hold here if this is feeling good and supportive to you and your practice. Or if you'd like to transition into a posture of legs up the wall, we can slowly bring our knees back together, walking feet off the block or cushion. We can bring that block or cushion under the sacrum, or making our way to a wall. So just bring your glutes towards the wall and let your legs reach up to the sky. So wherever we are, we'll find our way to the posture that feels good and necessary for this practice. Invite that chin towards the chest, eyes start to soften. Decrease the tension through the face, the jaw, the shoulders and the belly. Chosen to come into the posture of legs up the wall. Let's not force any particular experience. Just simply tune into the dance of sensation through the lower limbs. a beautiful restorative posture for our bodies. It's an opportunity for us to reverse the blood flow, giving our hearts true rest and ease. Chance for the body to flush the lactic acid that may have accumulated throughout the day. And if nothing else, it's a deep invitation for rest and renewal. Knowing that there is nothing we need to do, solve, or accomplish in these final moments of our practice. This is a chance for us to breathe, to receive, and to be. Just as we inhale, we can draw in all that we need. And feel that exhale be the release of what's no longer serving us. To guide focus back into your physical body, reconnecting to that natural breath. You might begin by just incorporating some slow movement through the fingers and toes. Gently bringing yourself out of the posture that you may be currently in. Your time, removing the props and support. And then just when you're ready, invite those knees towards the chest. Give yourself a deep squeeze and hug. Feel your body begin to rock side to side. And then just in your own time, gently bring yourself to a comfortable seated posture. And as long as it feels safe, the eyes will stay closed. Or a beautiful alternative is to hold your gaze gently towards the floor. Here in this seated posture, take the hand placement that honors you, resting in the lap or palms together at your heart center in that posture of gratitude. Let's begin to lengthen as we inhale. Gently soften the shoulders on the exhale. If you can, take a moment to hold awareness inward, quietly expressing gratitude and appreciation for the strength and the abilities of your own body, for the power and life-giving nature of your breath, and if you can, please acknowledge the courage of that big open heart. I truly thank you for sharing this time together. May the rest of your day feel peaceful. Please know that the light and love in me truly honors the light and love in you. Namaste. Thank you.